Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, we're just gonna dive into a mini read and see what are the current energies and what's coming up in your connection. Here we go. So my viewer on the left, counterpart on the right, connection in the middle, and future in the top position there. Okay, so there's a little bit of working on something that's not quite time yet. So viewer, you are definitely, you're seeing the end in sight, I just heard. Something you've been putting a lot of intention into, a lot of innovation. You've been having to step out of your comfort zone, take your life to the next level. The 8 of coins is, or crystals in this deck, is not the 10 of crystals, that legacy just yet, but it's your due diligence to get yourself there. And so this connection isn't quite time yet because it's like, I heard to hold my beer. I've got something to do. All jokes aside about alcohol, that doesn't have to be a literal thing. I know there's going to be some that say that. So yeah, this is really beautiful though, because you're definitely going in, and this means you're okay with it taking a little bit longer in your connection because you see the value, the inspiration, it being worth it. And so instead of wondering where your person is, what's taking them so long, do they feel a certain way? You're like, hang on, I'm in the zone and I see that I need to get through this so that things can fall into place beautifully in divine timing. So yeah, the connection space, this is the equal give and take card. And so regardless of which one you are here, I think this is you though, viewer, from that first bit of energy is it time yet? And so it's so funny because a lot of this journey is about where's my person? What are they doing? What are they planning? When are they coming forward? This is a different focus. This is the poles have swapped. You have decided to see things realistically, practically on your side. This might be them stretching their hands out and you wondering, is it appropriate to give? Is it time yet? Is this worthy? Do I feel worthy? Or, is what I have to offer more valuable if I hang on to it a little bit longer or give that to someone else? There's a whole spectrum of people watching this, so those are the messages coming, but it talks about equal, mutual exchange. And so whatever this is, bottom line is, whatever you're specializing in, you're working on getting a foundation in some regard that does lend itself to your life purpose, and that is a sacred becoming. And I see in the highest, for those that this reading is aligned with, it makes all the difference to be able to give and receive mutually if you allow yourself the grace to embody whatever this is that you're going through. Your person, again, for those who this resonates for in the highest, your person knows. We got the high priestess. This is the higher self. Like their soul understands the assignment. They know what's going on here. And they know that you have things that you're coming through, that you're near the end of, that is, creating the foundation and this new beginning in your life. They understand. They may have seen it more clearly than you have until now, is what I'm getting. Isn't that the way that we all can see our counterparts' blind spots before they see them? And it's not just one or the other, it's vice versa in these connections. And this is proof that your person gets it. They understand you have something to do. The more you see it, the more you take accountability for that, the more you understand what's going on your side and how significant that is for your becoming. Never mind needing to be perfect or having to, reach a certain level of performance in order to be qualified for union. This is the good soul stuff that really does fulfill a divine being having an earth experience. This is you understanding that you're capable, that you're empowered, that you can manifest whatever you put your heart and mind to. And your person sees you coming through that. And they are looking forward to you being free and clear to pursue on whatever level this mastery is that you're coming into. They see that. Okay, They're getting the downloads, mercy, humility. That doesn't mean their patience hasn't been tried or they haven't been, human at times. It feels like right now they've got this humbling, this mercy coming in. They're putting themselves in your shoes. They have compassion. So this also feels like they've cleared holding a grudge against you for something. Their ego was hurt, their pride. And it seems like they've seen it from a more compassionate lens. So if you've wondered if there's been a misunderstanding, this can mean that there was a holy misunderstanding that allowed them to actually put down their misconceptions about love and about your motives and about interactions, like interpersonal dynamics. It feels like your person has seen a miracle in you where they haven't seen that same behavior or purity or righteousness in others in their life. But now this time they're getting to see somebody who's actually doing things for the right reasons and not the things that have fallen short in their past experiences. And we're getting the 10 of Cups happiness going into the future. So, okay, we're going to just pull a few clarifiers here. What is my viewer's person going to become more and more aware of in this high priestess, higher self energy? What is the breakthrough, the epiphany, the knowing, the reunion? And there's the 10 of Cups, that it's worth the wait. So the whole energy here is it's worth the wait, but not because your person is necessarily the only one evolving and waking up to things, because you're becoming your best self too, viewer. And what can we see for encouragement for my viewers going through these up-leveling? Yes, you're manifesting your new beginning. It's not something that happens to you. You're getting out of this projection victim that you're not in control of your destiny and the love that's coming for you. This is saying you are the magician. You're manifesting this prosperous new beginning by doing your due diligence, by bringing that energy and that awareness to your first person path of becoming. What can we see for this dynamic between the two regarding mutuality? Yeah, this is a time of spaciousness where there's been this independent processing for both to ground, to look at what they are working on. This person is looking in their own cup there. They're not looking to the other person. This is you, viewer, really taking a look at the seat of your emotions, your responses, not deferring those interpretations to how your person is influencing you. They are not responsible for your happiness. That 10 of Cups can also be actual happiness. Sometimes we can, be happy when our person's paying attention to us and not happy when they're not. That's not what this is about. This is about seeing that when we are wobbling, when we're susceptible to feeling sad if our person isn't there, that just means there's something else going on in our life that's making us feel vulnerable. And so this energy is coming back to say you're getting through whatever the stressors are. A lot of times our person will stay back. It won't feel right to them to come in prematurely because, sometimes we're not through the big karmic challenges and we are trying to escape into them. And a true divine counterpart will sense something's off and won't genuinely feel to connect if there's something like that going on. It's not a punishment. It's not a rejection. It just literally doesn't feel right to them. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, it's because there is actually something on our side that we need to be dealing with. Instead of escaping into our person, we need to be leaning into God. And so a divinely guided being is going to feel like there isn't enough attraction to warrant coming together just then, or it doesn't feel right in some way. And that's not a punishment or a rejection. Again, it's them following divine guidance. Only take that as it resonates, because that is advanced energetics, when we can actually feel energy that way and do what's right, even when our ego says, I want to spend time with that person, or I want to try and wing it in this relationship. If we are getting that higher guidance. Think about it, viewer, when you felt like your person has attempted to come forward and something hasn't sat well with it, and you've had to say, no, that doesn't feel quite right. Same thing going on. So that's what it feels like when they're doing it to you, and they might misinterpret or interpret it vice versa. So in that first message about holding a grudge, possibly they felt rejected when you were just following higher guidance. When we both come into the alignment with connection to source and higher self, though, we know it's nothing personal between counterparts. Okay, 10 of Cups, happiness. We got that twice, but what's coming up in the near future for these connections? Oh, a Tower moment about the past, about not needing to grieve. This did fall here on your person, viewer. So it feels like an epiphany your person's going to see, that something wasn't an ending between the two of you. It was the ending of some kind of faulty logic. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.